Hello friends, welcome. Today we are going to discuss modern Indian thought, and the personality I am going to discuss is B.R. Ambedkar, Bhim Rao Ambedkar, and the topic is mainly focused on NTA NET, political science. It is also important for the examinations which have political science as a subject, whether as objective or subjective. So moving into the session, Dr. Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar. He was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and played a very vital role in lawmaking process in independent India. As we all know, Bhim Rao Ambedkar was the framer of the constitution, the chief architect of the constitution. There was a role played by many of Indian politicians at that time who were the member of a constituent assembly, but the role of Bhim Rao Ambedkar is considered as most important because he was involved in all the discussion process. He was the chairman of the drafting committee, which was proposed by the head of the constituent assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who later on became the first president of India. So in the capacity of first law minister of India, he played a role of the chairman of the drafting committee of the constitution, which takes 2 years 11 months approximately to complete the constitution. As you all know, the Indian constitution is the biggest written constitution all over the world. It has certain good elements from all the constitution all over the world. So contribution of Ambedkar, if we talk about, he was the first president of India. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, as I was already saying, actually consolidated the praise of Ambedkar. What he said, I have carefully, in the words of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, I have carefully watched the day-to-day activities from the presidential seat. Therefore, I appreciate more than others with how much dedication and vitality this task has been carried out by the drafting committee and by its chairman, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar in particular. We never did a better thing than having Dr. Ambedkar on the drafting committee and selecting him as its chairman. So that was, I was already talking to you, that in the capacity of chairman, he played the most important role in drafting the constitution. So this was the thing about Ambedkar, how instrumental he was in architecting the constitution. Now the political thoughts of Ambedkar, which are important from the examination point of view. Ambedkar on democracy. What Ambedkar used to think about democracy. Ambedkar was a true and sincere democrat in nature. For him, the democracy is not only the political democracy which is required in the context of India, but before that, the social and economic democracy of every individual is also important. Once an individual attains the social and economic democracy, once the voice of the man who is standing at the very last of the line is being heard, then in true sense the political democracy can be achieved. And he also warned that until and unless there is an inequality between the social and economic class of the people, social strata of the India, the true democracy cannot be achieved. The true democracy in its true sense cannot be achieved. Therefore, he always highlighted the importance of equality and equity, and that equality can only be achieved when you provide certain exemptions, that certain advantage from the downline to the people who are repressive, who have been coerced, who are depressed classes of the nature. So he pointed out that several weaknesses of the Indian society, and some critique of Ambedkar also said he was actually a critique of Indian culture. So that is a very, very political debate. We will move into that later on some lecture. So he pointed out that weakness in Indian society was actually an outcome of the Indian culture, and he also proposed some ways to recover from them. Now Ambedkar about state reorganization. This is a very important topic. In many books or in many discussions about Ambedkar, you will not get to know much about this topic. But he was a staunch supporter of a state organization based upon linguistic and cultural diversity. He used to say that the lamb is shorn of the wool. And now he is feeling the intensity of the cold. It means that the people who didn't get a chance to show their thoughts, who didn't get a chance to show their culture, will behave, will react, and it is the responsibility of the state to give those people the chance to show their culture, show their identity, so that they can be neutralized and then they can also contribute in the nation building process. Okay, he supported the view that Hyderabad should be the second capital of India based upon its location, the physical location, and defense and strategic point of view. Okay, so being Ambedkar played a very seminal role in the framing of the Indian Constitution. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar is popularly known all over India as the chief architect. Okay, chief architect of Indian Constitution. His efforts to eradicate social evils were remarkable in nature, and that is why he is also called the Masiha of Dalits and downtrodden in India. Dr. Ambedkar was appointed the chairman, as I have already told you, because he was appointed as the chairman of the drafting committee of the constitution. He also inbuilt certain principle of equality in the constitution of India. As you all know that fundamental rights which are provided in the constitution, certain reservations which are provided in the constitution, those were the brainchild of Ambedkar, because he used to think that until there is a social and economic, until and unless there is an social and economic equality between the social classes of India, the true democracy cannot be achieved. Now we will talk about Gandhi and Ambedkar. At some points, Gandhi and Ambedkar used to have those difference in thoughts. Ambedkar ultimately suggested that intercaste marriage is the only remedy to destroy caste system in India. And in his book Annihilation of Caste, Ambedkar's critique of the Hindu social order was so strong that even Mahatma Gandhi oppressed to that. Mahatma Gandhi used to say that the views of Ambedkar can actually destroy the Hindu religion, because he was so thoughtful, he was so harsh on the Hindu religion, that the caste system provided in the Hindu religion always is inclined to the upper caste. It do not have many things to say about the lower classes. Okay, so Gandhi and many other politicians at that time were actually anti to Ambedkar, anti to the thoughts of Ambedkar, I should say, but being his views were for the purpose of uniting the India, building democracy in India. So he was actually involved in the constitution making process, involved in the first cabinet of the independent India. Now Ambedkar about communism, or we can say about communists. Ambedkar did not spare the socialists or the communists either. He vehemently attacked the communists for their doctrinaire approach to caste in treating as the superstructure, and argued that unless they dealt with caste as a basic structural problem. Ambedkar used to say that because communists consider caste as a sphere of social structure, so the views of socialism or the communism cannot be adhered with, because they do not provide the solution of the problem of Indian society. So he was actually a critique of the communist, or we can say the communisms. Okay, the text prepared by the Ambedkar in our constitution, as you all know, it provides constitutional guarantee and protection for a wide range of civil liberties for individuals, citizens, including freedom of religion, abolition of untouchability, and the outlining of all forms of indiscrimination, as you all know, in the article 14, 15, 17 and 19, the things about these liberties have been given, which are very important in their nature. Okay, he was also posthumously awarded with the Bharat Ratna. You all should know that. Political setup proposed by Ambedkar. So what were the political setup that proposed by Ambedkar for the development of Indian society? So from the very beginning, Ambedkar was very convinced that political empowerment of the people who are downtrodden, who are depressed, who are standing at the last of line is very important. If they are politically empowered, they will attain their social economic class in the society. So first of all, you have to give them the political recognition, and because of his views, these views, that political reservation in the elections in the colonial India, Gandhi was actually his anti, because Ambedkar was of a view that there should be reservation of Dalits and untouchables, and Gandhi used to say that this will destroy the Indian society. But in the end, the British government provide that reservation. He was also called to a second round table conference, and Gandhi went to fast in Yerwada jail. But then there was a meeting between some Congress leaders and Ambedkar, and ultimately Ambedkar agreed to the point of Gandhi, which agreement is known as Pune Pact, which was made between the Ambedkar and Gandhi. So this was all about Ambedkar, the political setup proposed by Ambedkar. What was the political setup? There should be a reservation for the depressed class. The political recognition of political class can actually provide them the social and economic development. He was not very fond of communism, because communists considered caste system as the superstructure. And I also told you that there were difference of opinions between Gandhi and Ambedkar. For state or reorganization, Ambedkar was a supporter, because he proposed that the people should be given a chance of recognition based upon their cultural and linguistic preferences. Okay, he was a staunch Democrat. So these are very important points about Ambedkar. Lambs are shorn of the bull. They are feeling the intensity of cold. In NET exam, the question have been asked, and the context was what? The context was of state reorganization. In the context of the state reorganization bill, which was actually ratified by the government, Ambedkar was also a supporter of that. Buddhism as the moral and tolerant alternative to Marxism. Ambedkar held that Buddhism can be an alternative to Marxism in support of the depressed class, but not economical point of view only, but for the moral and tolerant alternative also. He was a supporter of Common Civil Code. Ambedkar drafts the constitution and headed drafting committee in his capacity as first law minister of India. So Ambedkar was also the first law minister of India. So friends, these points are very important. And the topic itself is very important, so you should note down these things, and thank you.